left? Are we almost at 4?
know.
Is this it?
Is this it, or do we do another 4, 5?
Great.
I'm rolling on you too.
We're rolling. You're at it again. You've got a new series coming up. How long has it been since you have done a series?
Well, we finished doing our show 1978.
Wow.
I'm not good with math.
Well,
about 11
it's
years.
1990 now.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? And your show ran for 11 years. Is that
Our
right?
show ran for 11 years, yeah.
So it's sort of timely that you're starting another series.
A new decade, yes. I've just been sitting in the 80s.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Let's talk first about the new series, and then I'd like to touch on a
Okay.
few other things. It's very exciting, don't you? I mean, you must be very excited and perhaps scared.
I'm excited, I am scared, I am nervous, I am all of those things, but not nervous enough not to do it. I think, you know, we've bit the bullet is what we have done, and so back we come. The tough thing about this is that it's an anthology, and so we're doing different stories every week. That's exciting, but it's also very hard because it's especially hard on the writers, and that's the tough thing. And so, I mean, if it doesn't go, it will have been a noble try, I feel. I think the safer way to go would have been to do one character or do a situation comedy where you get to know the people every single week.
Sure.
Not that anything is safe
On television?
but there are degrees of safety, and we are sticking our necks out.
So you're starting fresh each week.
We are starting fresh each week, and so we just never know. One week will be a musical, another week could be a farce, another week a satire, another week maybe more real kind of a story.
And it will not be vignettes like the old Carol Burnett show. It will be a complete story,
It will
half an
be
hour
a complete story, which is what makes it so difficult. The sketch, the variety type of show is oddly enough easier to do because you have a chance to do one hunk that could be 6 or 7 minutes long, and if it's not quite right, maybe you can redeem yourself after the commercial. This is one complete story, a beginning, a middle, and an end, with all new characters every week.
Now, have you shot any of these yet?
We have done 4 so far, and we're starting back next week with a rep company, which is going to make it a little bit easier for us, so that I will have some familiar faces to play with me in the sandbox. And also it will help the writers a lot because they can keep in mind certain people that we have that will be coming back every week. And we've got some versatile, wonderful actors.
Any names that we would recognize that you'll be having as regulars?
I don't know if you would or not. A lot of people in the industry would recognize these names. There are 3 of the kids are from Second City, and they're all wonderful professional actors. None have yet reached the celebrity status, I don't think, of being known clear across the country, but if we continue with our show, I am sure that they will.
Will we ever get to see Tim or Harvey or Vicky?
There is an open invitation to all of them to come on and be a guest anytime.
That would be wonderful. In what ways will this show be similar, aside from the fact that you're going to be there? Will it have a similar tone to it as your old show?
That's an interesting question. A similar tone, I think it can't help but have a similar tone because I'm going to be doing it. You know, you can't completely turn yourself inside out and be somebody else. There will always be that underpinning. But that's about as far as it goes because I think in a half hour there is 22 minutes of show when you exclude the commercials. So that's different to do as a
big
complete
sketch.
Story. It's a big, I wouldn't even say it's a sketch. We want to get more layers.
Yeah, yeah. Do you find that over the last 11 years of not doing a series, now that you've come back to it, do you have a new approach? Has anything changed internally with the way that you look at comedy now?
Not much. I think funny is funny. I'm trying to approach it with as much truth as I can, to believe in the script, and I started kind of changing my way of performing about the 7th year of our show, because I kind of started out being very boisterous and bombastic and loud, and you know, a lot of people might say I'm still that way, but I was a lot more when I started out, and I started to change a bit. I think just a little bit each semester, each season. I got a little more maybe secure or solid,
maybe
a little more subtle, and not that I still love to get a pie in the face when I'm getting paid for it.
Not on your off time, not for practice.
No, not a pie in the face. I'll slip on a banana peel for a nickel.
During the last few years, you've had a chance to do some serious drama. How does that feel to you as compared to the comedy?
I enjoy doing drama, but I enjoy comedy more, especially if I'm in front of an audience, because I like that feedback. If it's the drama's okay, it's fun. It can be fun too. It all, I think, depends on the writing. With anything, comedy or drama.
Is comedy really, though, your first and truest love?
Comedy is the most fun. It's the most dangerous too. Maybe that's what makes it fun.
You like the danger?
Yeah.
Great. If you don't try, you can't fail, but you can't really make it either.
You got it.
Great. We're getting the roll here. Really quickly, one last question. Okay. How have you as a person changed over the last 11 years or so? Have any of your priorities changed? Has your outlook on life, have you changed at all?
I'm sure I have. Somebody asked me that earlier, and they said, how have you changed in the last 10 or 11 years? I said, well, I got 3 years older. It was about,
you look the same age to me.
Thank you. How does one change? One changes by living, by going to group therapy. That helps too.
I hear you. So how has group therapy helped you change?
Well, you know what happens?
What?
When you sit around and you see something, you say, that's what that person's like, and then you realize, oh, wait a minute, I'm kind of like that too, and it mirrors in on you, and the penny starts to drop, and you start to realize things about yourself that maybe you've had a little curtain down, and it's a self-examination that at times can be painful, but at times is most rewarding.
So are you happier now, more peaceful?
No, I'm not more peaceful, but I think I'm happier.
Oh, good. More conscious anyway, right?
Right.
More conscious of the disgruntled aspects.
Right.
Thank you very much. He's about to drag us both out of here.